Good evening everybody. I hope you're doing well. Let's just jump straight in and say good welcome to everyone. Coming back into my desktop mode, which will be here. There we go. We're just outside a moonwell. Good evening one and all. I hope you're having a lovely Sunday so far. Thank you very much, Happiest, for gifting the tier 1 sub to Frizio. And welcome Frizio. Welcome both of you. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. It's very kind of you, Happiest Fan Rock. Here's a whole load of new Samadan emotes for you to use as you will. Thank you very much for your sharing of the support. Really, really is appreciated. I hope everyone's had a lovely last couple of weeks. I didn't stream last weekend, so it's been a couple of weeks since I've been on. I've been busy, and I have managed to level up a little bit more in Classic. Still going through and working my way through the levels. Not quite what you'd call halfway, but we're doing all right at the moment. Cody13, thank you very much for using your Prime. 2 months in a row, fantastic. Thanks for stopping by, and thank you for your support. And Alizara, thank you also for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. And Captain Miners, good evening to you. Happy to catch me live. Well, it's very kind of you to stop by. Appreciate all your company tonight. Thank you one and all. So Cody13, thank you very much for your support. Here's a whole load of emotes for you as well. Let me just pop those in chat. There we go. So we are still currently in Classic. I have been going through retail and doing a few bits and pieces and restocking and things like that. Maceo, thank you very much for using your Prime. And you've gone for 12 months. That's a whole year of support. Really, really appreciate that. Thank you very much indeed. Very, very kind of you. I see a bit of everything in there for you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Maceo. I hope you're doing very well this fine evening. Just hanging out by a moonwell at the moment. You'll spot we don't have an Oreo cam tonight. We actually have a cookie cam. She's come down slightly earlier tonight, so she is just this little brown bagel on our brown sofa. She's hard to see, but she's just there, hiding away. Having a nice little sleep at the moment. Don't think she'll come over any closer, though. That's about as close as she gets. So where are we at the moment? Let's have a look. We are currently in, is it Ashenvale? I can never remember the zone names. Hold on, let me just move over. I never really leveled in this area. So we are currently here. We've just got a little bit more of questing to do in this area. We kind of out-leveled this area already anyway, but I wanted to just finish off all the level bits and pieces I've got to do here. Always watch the VOD? Oh, that's very kind of you. Thank you very much. Either way, it's good to have your company. Let me just update my buffs. So we are currently level 31, so we're doing quite well in terms of leveling. These past couple of weeks I've been able to concentrate quite a bit on just going through the Zygol guides and leveling up whenever I have an opportunity. And then also in retail I've been doing all my relists and restocks, so keeping the gold ticking through on there. Although I have spent a lot of gold on tokens recently. I've resubbed for 6 months and I've got the, the Warcraft 3 pre-order for that. And I just bought myself a virtual ticket because obviously the hype is coming with BlizzCon just around the corner. Really excited to see what happens there. Usually I'm a bit late for you. Yes, I'm thinking of shifting my times a little bit earlier. So at the moment we're 6 till 9 UK time, which is slightly sort of more sort of early evening friendly, and then it's kind of like afternoon time for America. So this might work out a bit better. We'll see how it goes. It also works quite well with my family as well, because then I'm not staying up quite so late. Especially as I've got to get up early as well. Lithium, how are you? Good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. We are currently in Classic at the moment, just considering doing a bit more questing at the moment, just to get warmed up, and then we'll decide what we're going to do further on down the line, depending on how things are going. We might do a bit more leveling, or we might pop into retail, see how things are there. I did all my restocks this morning, so it would be, I am considering using my boost that is currently at level 110 boost. Thinking of using that one. Let me just avoid this bear, as it's grey anyway. Don't want to aggro that one. You're just two time zones to the east of me, and you need to get up early on weekdays. So yeah, right, two time zones is a little bit extra, isn't it? Yeah, that does push it a little bit into the early hours of the morning. If I used to stream later until sort of midnight, which was always a bit harder then if it's going to 2 in the morning. Let me just follow this path around. I'm really enjoying this night elf zone. I never levelled in here before, so it's quite nice to have a little wander around. Although I do find my favourite zone has been Duskwood so far, by far my favourite. Have I grown my beard? No, this is kind of as long as it gets these days. It's kind of been at terminal length ever since I started growing it, really. It only took 5 months to get to this kind of length, and then that's about as good as it gets, unfortunately, for me. I'd like it longer if I could, but I don't think nature is going to provide me with anything more than that. Oh, I did get aggro there. Let me just send him away. You're supposed to send you away, not the same direction. Let's go this way instead. So we need to... I'm following this zone here. Where are we actually going? Up until this turning in the cleansing quest line. This has been quite a long quest line I've been following for quite a while. So it'd be nice to finish this one off. Looked like it, that's why he's asking. Oh, right. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, it's kind of about as good as it gets for me, which I'm quite happy with what it is, even as it is. Where am I headed? I don't think I've ever been this way before. These bears are still grey to me, so I won't bother fighting them as I go. The problem with this zone is I've been doing a lot of running around. It's been a lot of just running and running, whereas zones like Duskwood seem a little more contained, which has always been nice. I never would have found this area. This is interesting. Where are we headed? Up this way. How much have I been playing retail? Well, I've been making sure that I relist and restock every 48 hours. So I usually get on first thing in the morning, and what I'll do is just make sure I relist all my auctions, all the things that have expired, and then I will go through any restocks that I need to do, buy anything I need to, occasionally doing the odd bracer shuffle as well. Oh, right, we're over here. Hidden Shrine. Well, it certainly is hidden. I never would have known this one was here. This is pretty cool. So there we go. We got... What's that? We've got it... we need to go back to the other way, do we? All the way back. Okay. We must have fixed that up. Where is it? The Rod of Transformation. Soulbound transforms you into a furbolg for 3 minutes. That's quite cool. There we go. I'm not sure that was what I actually picked up, but do I want to jump down there? I think I should really go round. I think that would be dangerous if I fell down there. Pretty sick of the scrapping mechanic. You did bracelet shuffle of 90,000 linen. They were under a gold each. Well, that's a really good price for the linen, but yeah, it does take a long time, and it's quite annoying. I do like to do it in the background, so I usually have it on a second screen, and that for me is a lot easier. I'll just literally just look across and click scrap every now and again. But yeah, it is really sort of time consuming doing it. I feel your pain, certainly. Right, let's go around this way. Oh, there's someone there. Oh, they've gone off. I was going to give them a buff, but they probably thought, what's this furbolg doing running around? Yeah, I've got no idea what's going to happen with the next expansion in Professions. It's obviously a long way away yet, but I'm intrigued to know whether they do something like the scrap mechanic again, because it does tie you in quite a lot. It'd be nice if there was something that wasn't limiting you to those 9 nights. Obviously, you don't have to do the scrapping, but it is the most cost-effective way of getting your enchants. So it's kind of necessary if you want to remain competitive. It's kind of the way the system works. But we should be okay for the moment, I think. As long as you do it in small chunks, then I can manage it certainly. So ideally, this questing series should have taken me just through the level 31, but I'm already taking me up to 31, I think, or is it through 31? I'm not sure, but whichever way, I'm already nearly 3/4 of the way through, as it is already. So not doing too badly. Is that Espin PDX? Thank you very much for using your Prime. Thank you very much for your support. Really is appreciated. Thank you very much indeed. Let's see, a whole lot of emotes for you. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by and thank you for your support. We are currently in Furbog form, talking to the Dryads. There we go, hand in that. Now we talk to Rain. Okay, another bit of running all the way back here. And then we should... There's a few other quests to hand in. I'm not sure how long this is going to take, but this is a fairly big old quest line. I'd like to see it complete before I move on. My next zone, I'd like to do Hillsbrad Foothills next after this. That's next on the guide list. I'm kind of intrigued to see what that is. But over the last 2 weeks, I did get about 3 levels doing Duskwood, and Duskwood was absolutely brilliant. I really remember doing that back in vanilla days, and it was really nice to go through it again on classic with Stitches and Maud Laden, the undead. It was really nice. Let me just dodge the bears. The problem with this zone at the moment is I'm too high level for all these creatures I'm running past. As normally I would kill as I go and get some XP that way. But as it is, I'm just doing a lot of running, which is slightly less fun and slightly less efficient in terms of leveling. But hopefully the quest rewards at the end of this will be worth all the running around. You would think so, with all the amount of running around I have done with this one. Let's see, we've just got to run back through the path, hand in that. We've got to hand in this one over here. I don't know how much more we've got to do on the guide. There's another Rains cleansing after this. If I move the... you can see the Zygor guide over here. If I move that down there, you can see I'm just following this path, and then I've got to accept this, and then I've got the Rod of Transformation, more. Then I've got to go up there, kill some guards, kill 4 of those, talk to someone, then back to Rain, turn in Satyr's Slaying. Okay, so there's a few other bits and pieces here. Oh, I need to go, which way am I going? Let's follow the path. Let's go back to where I was. There we go, that's all done. Let's move that across to there. That's the next part. Let's move that back over there so I can read it without getting in the way. 9 more levels to the mount. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm probably going to stop at 35 and do a bit more profession stuff, which is probably going to use up a lot of my gold. But yeah, the mount at 40 is definitely going to be fun. Best reward, just keeping the furbog roll. Yeah, that's something actually. Do you actually get to keep it after the quest line? That would be cool if you do. Oh, Bacon Bits, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Hold on, let me just do a flyby buff. There we are. Okay. Gold making in Classic is going all right at the moment. I haven't really, to be honest, really focused on it for the past few levels. I haven't been doing much auction house stuff at all. I'm currently sat at 17 gold. But a lot of stuff here I need to either disenchant or sell. So I'll do that at the inn here whilst I'm here. So that's not too bad. I mean, I'm trying to keep my professions going. So I've got a little bit of work to do on those still. They're not quite up to... Where are my professions at the moment? So we have enchanting's at 150 and tailoring's at 185 at the moment. So obviously I need to get to level 35 before I can make that all the way up to 300, which is going to be the next thing really. Oh, you only get to keep it if you abandon the quest at one point. Oh, okay. I don't mind letting it run through. Fun as it is to have the rod. I think I'll carry on with this quest line. Okay, so use it at the location to gain the form. So okay, so I need to go all the way down here and do the cleansing here. So this is where I need the Furbolg form. I see. Lots more running around to do though. Whilst I'm here though, we do need to sell a few things. So what have we got here? A lot of cloth and stuff I'm keeping. Spider silk I'm keeping for the tailoring. Murloc fin I'm keeping for cooking. And then the wolf stuff I'm going to kind of leave at the moment. Sell all this lot. Get rid of all of these. Wool cloth we'll keep. Got quite a lot of wool and silk cloth actually. That's quite good. Now, do we need to disenchant any of these? Greater Astral, that's a 19 silver disenchant value based on the Greater Astral. That might be worth better than the Vendor, which is 11 silver. Let's give it a go. See what we can disenchant into. Soul Dust, okay, not so good. We'll take that. The bone, that's a quest item. The shoulder pads are a 19 again. More chance of the Soul Dust, really. So I'm actually going to vendor that, I think. And there's the rod of transformation I need. And then that one is the same. You know what, I'm going to vendor it based on the percentages of that. That will be better anyway. I do need a bit of Soul Dust, I think, to level my enchanting. So we'll have to see how that goes in the future. So yeah, if I want to carry on using this rod, I would need to abandon the quest now. Which would be a shame as I'm halfway through this quest line already. I don't like leaving quest lines. We can at least hand this one in and use that. We need to hand that on as well. Okay, let's carry on for now. I'd like to keep going with this quest line. It'd be nice to move over to Hillsbrad Foothills after this. Once we're done. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I would like to pop over to retail as well at some point today. I'm thinking, like I said earlier, of using my 110 boost. Adriana, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're having a lovely evening so far, or afternoon, whichever the case may be. You're just running around in Ashenvale at the moment, doing a little bit of questing. We're going to carry on with this for the moment, and then, like I said, I was going to probably pop over to retail a bit later. I'm thinking of using my boost and making a rogue so I can unpick boxes and things. The lockpicking would be useful to have on my roster of characters, because I do have a whole load of lock boxes that I've never opened, simply because I never bothered with like using the other things like the dual crafting. Is it the skeleton key or the Sephorium charge? I think you can use to explode them. I find it's easier. I'd much rather just have a rogue myself on my roster of characters. That'd be quite good. Unfortunately, I can't buff you. You're a Tauren. That would be nice though. To be faction agnostic. Maybe one day in the future we can do that. But the main issue here is the running around. Let's just rebuff whilst I've got the mana. Keep that topped up. Well, Sporty, how are you? Would I boost from 1 to 110 or level to 60 to take advantage of profession upgrading? I would most likely just do the 1 to 110 without the profession upgrade, simply because the way BFA works now is that you can jump straight into a profession at that level, So what I would do is go straight to 110, level to 120 if I need to, get the BFA profession going first, and then I can always work backwards and get the other parts of the professions if I need them. Depending on the professions, of course, and how long or how expensive it is to level them. Depends on the old world professions and what they require. Okay, use the rod at which location? Down there. But I could take these out whilst I'm going. That could be useful. Get myself a bit of XP. They're only green. I remember the first time I came here it was really tough. So I might as well get myself a bit of XP. Got to watch out for the shaman though. Their totems are really tough to deal with. Just get a few that are on the path. Work our way this way. I've got to go a fair distance though. Now the path goes off to the right. Should I follow it to the right or carry on? Well, if I carry on I'll go straight into a tree. That's not going to work. So let's go around this way instead. Silverwind Refuge. I don't think I've been here before. Let's dodge around the side. I think so. Now, where are we? We have a lake. Did I do this one before? Seems familiar, but maybe not. Mistral Lake. No, I haven't been here before, obviously. What's in the water, though? There's something. Level 25 Befouled Water Elementals. Okay. I'll just avoid those for now. Or use the rod in a moment. See another player over there. So you're in a bind, you've got like 4 or 5 characters and 120. Basically got all professions, not maxed. I was wondering what... Oh, got a wolf. Thought it was going to attack me then. What duplicate professions you go for, considering alchemy at the moment. Yeah, alchemy is good for the transmute cooldowns. So you've got both the living steel one and the transmute herbs to anchors, the BFA one. Those both could be very useful in terms of just giving you a steady cooldown income. The only other one that springs to mind is tailoring with the hexweave cooldown, but maybe that's not so useful. Right, we're a bit closer here. Let's go through. Yeah, but I think for the transmutes, alchemy would be a really good one to go for the extra. I've got 2 alchemists. Holly Boy, thank you very much for the follow. My Elmorty, my Pandaren level alchemist, he is what, level 84, something like that, and he does the living steel transmute, and then Awakening, my main BFA alchemist, does the herbs to anchors transmute. And the moon, oh yes, of course, the mooncloth cooldown. I think that would be a good one as well. Multiple engineers, one can be gnomish and one can be goblin. That's a good call, Bacon, as well. That could be quite good. There's quite a lot of other things as well. But undeath to water is more profitable for alchemy. Oh, I haven't considered that one. Maybe I should look into that. Right, let's try Furbolg form. I guess we could try and ignore these. They are level 24 though. So it looks like it's in the way anyway. Maybe they don't mind Furbolgs. Yeah, I do go into the wrong form here, so maybe I should stay and just avoid these characters as I go. Undeath to water is profitable in classic only. Useless in retail. Right, you are. Okay, back to where's my transformation? Oh, I've got a little cooldown on this one. Got to watch out for that. And it's only for 3 minutes, which is why I need to be careful of this one. Okay, so I won't go into combat this time because it looks like combat will drop me out of the disguise. And I've only got it for 3 minutes, so I'll pop it on as soon as it comes through. Right, now we'll try and ignore things. Let's go this way. So I'm assuming there's going to be a load of furbolg over here that will be friendly to me once I get here. Looks like they're telltale buildings over here. Nice little river. Can I swim over that? Let's go around this way. Turn this one in. Hand that in. And now we need to kill someone Bloodtooth. Right you are. Let's follow this way around. I imagine we'll need to come back to this. Oh, someone's here, and oh, that's a level something undead priest. Wow. Oh, it's Beldora. Hey, of course, Oreo. How are you doing, happiest? Hope you're doing well. Always finding me in the same zone. So what level is your priest now? I'm assuming must be 60 by now. Let's avoid the spider, I think. 47. Oh, right, okay. That's like that's just over halfway, technically, isn't it? Don't they say like 45 is halfway? Aha, right. These I need to kill. I need to kill 4 guards. Right, you are. Let's start with some of these. I guess I'll drop my disguise at this point as well. But these are a good level for me to do them. So we'll run through this, get some XP as well, which will be nice. Had little time to play recently, and yeah, well, that's fair enough. Let's do this one whilst we're here. Oh, there's one behind me. Quick, let's do that one instead. Mind Blast, and that, and then Wand for the rest. And then we should be alright to go through this. Well, the thing about levelling, I know a lot of people will be like at really high levels and what have you, already at 60. But I've noticed a lot of people who have kind of like done all the end content are kind of like going, okay, well, what do I do now? I mean, obviously my case, if I was in that position, I'd go, right, I'll make an ult or something like that, just to get all the professions in Classic. But I know it's sometimes if you're too fast for the game, you can get ahead of yourself too much, and then the game doesn't really give you as much to do with. When you do have time, you do weird stuff like fly to Ashenvale just to say hi. Exactly, and it's very much appreciated. It does take quite a while to get here, though, doesn't it? Right, Ran Bloodtooth. Is that the person I need to kill? Yes. Okay, so we'll work our way in. Collect his skull. You got told the chat rules. Brilliant. Good evening, Mushy. I hope you're doing well. That must mean your sub must have expired. Let me fix that out for you. Hold on one moment. Hold on. There it goes. Oh god, the thing's too big. Hold on one moment. Can I actually make that smaller? There it is. Hold on one moment, let that run through. That, complete. And hopefully this should work through and I won't get killed. Good evening to you though, Mushy. Hope you're doing well. Hope you've survived these past 2 weeks. Right, I think that's worked. Let me just make that a little bit smaller so I can close the window. There we go. Back and close. Oh, now I've got to make it bigger, otherwise my poor old eyes can't read it. There we go. That's better. You missed 32 minutes. Well, basically, we were simply running around and not doing a lot at the moment, other than a couple of very small quests. Working our way through this Ashenvale quest line at the moment. There we go. Got you all sorted. Okay, we need a bit of a vantage point here. I think I'll go from the side. Let's clear a bit around me. And then I need to work out, I've got a guard there that I think is going to come with the boss. So I'll have to see if I can take both of them at once. How have you been, Mushy? Have you been enjoying a bit of retail and classic? Have your guildmates got themselves up to 60 yet? So you can do some raiding? Or are you still waiting for them to get up to the right level? Retail mostly. Excellent. There's still plenty to do there. Collecting all the things, I imagine. Right, so you're level 30 and you're 27. So let's do Ran whilst we're here. Should have pre-shielded myself, really. Do that. Then I'll dot your guard. Psychic Scream you. And then I can focus on you whilst I'm here. Couple of smites. And then I'm going to have to shield after this. And then I can do one of those. No mana for the rest of it, so I'm going to have to rely on a little bit of wand for the end of it. Feel mostly very old since Friday. Oh dear. Was it your birthday, Mushy? Is that what you're saying? In which case, happy birthday if it was. I think we all feel old. Turned 40. Fantastic. Congratulations. Happy birthday to you. I hope you had a lovely time. But 40 was... it's kind of like... It's a strange milestone. It's not really that old. I mean, I'm now... I can't even remember. 45, I think I am now. It's either 45 or 46. I think it's 45. I always forget. Welcome to the 40 plus club. Exactly. It ain't too bad. It's just starting, really. But happy birthday to you. Let's see lots of lots of cheers. And if you've got them gums cheers or thumbs up, whichever you have, happy birthday to Mushy. A belated one, but happy birthday to you. I'd sing, but my singing voice is terrible. Happy new demographic day. Yeah, you tend to go into a different age bracket then, don't you, with the demographics and the sensors and stuff. John Levy, good evening to you. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. Just doing a little bit of classic questing at the moment. We'll move on into some retail later. Where are we headed now? It's saying up there, but I can't see a way up there. Maybe I can. Let's just take a couple of these guards out. Oops, that was not what I meant to do. Not two holy fires, but there we go, we cast it now. Oh, we got an extra one. Let's dot this one down. Dot that one down. Shields up. Back onto the wand. Whilst you run away, and then I can get a holy fire going on this one. Then maybe have enough mana for a mind blast. And then I think I should finish that off with a bit of wand. Watch me on the big screen. Fantastic. Love my YouTube videos. Oh, well, thank you very much. Very kind of you to say so. I hope I'm not too scary on the big screen. You're probably the only person that can see Cookie, who's sat behind me. And she's so small on the camera. Let's see if we can go through this way. That's in the way, so I'll have to... oh no, he's moved out the way, but we'll do it as we're here anyway. Just have to move him out the way. So we're getting furbog form at this point again. And then we work our way through, I believe. Looks like we can go up and over. That would be it. Right, okay. Furbog form. No more combat after this one. You got some Warcraft books. Oh, fantastic. And put several on your wish list. Celebrating Saturday for the rest of the family. Oh, fantastic. Which books did you get, Mashi? I've got, my wife got me the cinematics one, the new one that's come out. It hasn't arrived yet. But I'm really looking forward to that when it arrives. The one that goes through all the sort of like the cinematic development all the way from up to Worlds of Draenor, I think it is. I'm very interested to see what kind of stuff they go through, concept designs and all that kind of stuff. Right up my street. Rabbit Beeve, how are you? Haven't seen you in a while. How have you been? No, long time no see indeed. How have you been? How have your streams been? Hope you're doing okay. Right, I need to turn in Rings Cleansing now. Oh, that's a bit weird. Why do we need to go all the way up there and then down there? Hearth to Overdene. Okay, that's what you want me to do. Okay, let's do that. And then we fly down. That should be easier. There we are. Only family with credit cards can order them, as it's on Amazon, and we don't have that in the Netherlands. Oh, right, okay. You got the Dark Portal. Oh, fantastic. And the 3 Warcraft books. Oh, brilliant. That'll be good fun to go through those. Doing good? Excellent. Good to hear. Okay, can we sell something whilst we're here? They don't seem to mind selling to a Firbolg, which is good. Watermelon, let's get rid of these. We'll keep the skull. Get rid of those. Everything up to there. Then we'll take a flight and get ourselves back to Astronar. Work our way through, and then whilst I'm flying I can stretch my legs out. So, Astronar. Oh, can't take a taxi while shapeshifted. Interesting. Okay. Then we'll go as a human. There we go. That's all done. Yeah, I've only read the Before the Storm book. I haven't read any of the others. But you have to order that in Germany, and you want the English books. So it can take sometimes months to even spot one available, as it needs to be imported. Oh, wow, that's really inconvenient, isn't it? You'd think someone would have set up a system to get those in. I'm sure they'd be in high demand. The goblin in me tells me there's a gold making in real life opportunity there, that's for sure. Not to put a huge markup on them, but at least to provide a service to people in the country. Definitely. I'm sure there's an opportunity there. You've got the newest one. Okay, I guess, yeah, the older ones being maybe less in demand. But the thing is, if someone's going to buy one, they're likely to try and go for the others as well if they haven't got them. I'd certainly be interested in reading the other ones. Just to go through a bit more lore and enjoy the sort of characters and the storyline, definitely. Oh, looks like Cookie's woken up a little bit. Having a bit of a stretch. Where's she off to? You alright, Cookie? You're just going to turn around? No, just changing position. Having a bit of a clean. I have to be honest, also not paying €30 for a book. Now that's really expensive. That is really expensive. I can understand why you wouldn't want to pay that. Okay, we're flying down and hand in this, and then I imagine the next thing is going to be handing in this quest, and then hopefully we should be fairly well done here. Got a few more bits to do here. Talk to the auctioneer. Oh, we need a Hillman's cloak. Okay. That's a leather working thing, isn't it? That's why they're still useful, because people make Hillman's cloaks, and Don't you, can you disenchant Hillman's cloaks? I can't remember. No regulations anymore, so you have to order from the German location. Oh, right. I'm waiting for the Brexit to finally be able to order easily from the UK. Oh, really? Well, that's the first positive thing I've heard from the Brexit. That would make things easier for you. I've never actually heard of anything positive yet, so there we go. Right, okay, let's head over this way. You're 52. You're 52. Although they're requesting Hillsbrad, are they? Oh, right, okay, so I must be nearly there for Hillsbrad. Awesome. Let's finish this off then. So choose your reward. We'll get a ring. I think this is my... Oh no, my second ring. I've got one already. So what have we got here? Glacial Stone, which is a mace. And this is a two-handed mace. Okay, I can't use those. But this has a vendor of 47 and this is 58. Oh, better to vendor either of those. So let's take the higher price. And we'll stick on the ring. Extra 6 spirit. Yes, definitely. Yes, please. And we'll equip that one. Okay, so now we need to hand in Satyr Slaying. Go this way, and we'll be done. It's been a month since you've done the quest. Wow, that's how far behind I am. Let's do that and that whilst we're running. And then we'll turn in the Satyr Slaying, which should be me nearly done, hopefully. As a priest, I was going to give them a buff, but as they're a priest, they're going to have the same buffs as me, so we'll carry on. Then maybe what we could do is we'll have a look when we get to the auction house. We'll have a look at the auction house, see what we can do gold making wise. Let's have a quick look at that, and then that might be a good point to swap over to retail and see what the situation's like there. And then we can maybe do a little bit on that side. Maybe if I can get myself to level 32, that would be good. That would be a good stopping point, because at 32 I can go back and maybe look at any spells that I need to collect. Pazmat, good evening to you. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. We're just going to be handing in a couple of quests here. Seems like we've gone back and forth this area for a long time. 3 more levels to max rank professions. Exactly. Yeah, that's one thing I'm definitely looking forward to. I'm not sure how much gold I'm going to have available to me to do that. I'm going to try and do it reasonably. I've got 18 gold at the moment, so that's not too bad. But obviously I've got my mount consideration in the future. But at this stage, I would rather start putting more money into professions, because if I can get my tailoring up, then I can do the aforementioned mooncloth cooldown, which would be a nice little bit of gold for the moment. Maybe I could get a little bit of extra on runecloth bags. That's another option. I'm thinking ahead for my tailoring. Enchanting probably not so much, other than being able to disenchant shuffle things. I love it when they say that. It reminds me of Warcraft 3. Ah, the great outdoors. Okay, so we've done that. Now we need to... Ooh, where are we going? Okay, not Mort's Essentials. Okay. Why do we need that? Turn in that. Let me just look. I'm looking at the guide here at the moment, telling me what to do. Then I need to do that, the effects, and then I go to the auctioneer at this point, collect the journal, and then I go to the wetlands for one, which I probably wouldn't do. I'll probably miss the wetlands and I'll go straight to Hillsbrad, I would say. So let's just finish these off. Let's pop that back over this side. So Follow the path up. Do we really need to go this way? Oh, there's a turn in there, is there? Okay. Okay, we've done that, then we turn in that. Downgrade the purifier. Okay. The Runecloth bag pattern is permacamp though. Yeah, I did. I wondered by the time I get there, I should be alright. And because I do get up super early in the morning, I may get an opportunity to buy it myself. But in terms of like the what's on the auction house, I'm not sure. I know Student, he's on the same server and he's been doing it for a long time already. So I'm not sure what the gold margins are like on that bag now that most people are probably up a much higher level. So I may have missed that opportunity, certainly for the early days, being one of the, certainly not being going to be one of the first ones to have it, but I would like to have it as part of my arsenal of tailoring things I could do. Right, let's go with the path, I think, rather than jump down there. Tailoring's pretty good. You're selling Runecroft bags like warm bread. Yeah, that's where I want to go. Eventually. But obviously, I've got another 4 more levels to do, which is probably going to take me at least a week to get there. If I work hard at it, maybe a little bit less, or a little bit more actually. Who knows, because I'm not sure what's going to happen, obviously, with BlizzCon going around the corner. I'm not sure what we're going to do there. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of exciting things coming out. So I'll be interested to see what happens there. Okay, talk to Dahlgren the Purifier. That's you. Turn in the Tower of Althrax. I don't actually have that one. Interesting. I must have missed that quest at some point. Okay. Let's mark that as complete. Actually, no, let's go back. And let's skip that one. That'll be easier. And accept the essentials from Mathiel, which is... Where are you? You're all the way over there. Okay, so... I'm a little bit out of sync with some of these Ashenvale quests. I wonder if now's an opportune moment to actually ignore the rest of these. I could do with getting the Hillman's Cloak. Buy these items from the auction house. Or the other thing, thinking about it, except the Baron's Port, and then it goes across to the wetlands. If I skip the wetlands as well, if I have a look at the guide and look at the menu, where is it? Current. Because we're here at Ashenvale. No, we're not. We're down here at Ashenvale, 30-31. Now, wetlands is 31 to 31, and I'm very nearly 32. So I'm thinking of skipping wetlands and going straight to Hillsbrad foothills at 31 to 33. That would seem like a better way to jump through, because I don't see us going anywhere back to wetlands or Ashenvale after that. Then we go back to Duskwood, which I really look forward to. And then it's down to Stranglethorn Vale, Thousand Needles, then Desolace. So I think we're probably at a good point now to miss the rest of this and go straight into Hillsbrad Foothills. So let's load that one. And then this one will finish. And we'll go straight towards Hillsbrad Foothills instead. In which case we'll head back to our flight path. Although I would like to get to level 32, go back to Stormwind and then check out the auction house. So with that done, maybe there's something we can kill around here that's about the right sort of level. I'm not sure what is around here. Let me just have a quick look. What level mobs are around here? Just going to pop off course for a minute. See, these are only 18, so it's definitely not going to be that area. I'm going to have to move further south, I think. Then I don't really want to go all the way down in the end there. That shouldn't be too bad. think we might be better off. I really want to get those levels though before I do any more. Choices. I want to go to the auction house. I want to get started on Hillsbrad. And I want to go to level 32. So the order of play would really be... I need to get a flight point, definitely. I used my Hearthstone, 47 minutes still to go on that one, so that's going to be a while. In retail you sell many crafted transmog, like every day, one in the 20k range. Oh, really nice. So what kind of expansion crafted transmog is that you're selling, Mushy? Is it mainly leatherworking or all professions? I don't think I've got many. I've got quite a few of the tailoring ones, cloth and leather. Yeah, I've sold quite a few of the tailoring, you know, the mage weave gear and things like that. Tuxedo stuff. Tends to work alright. Level 23, is that green? No, that's grey. See, I need a little bit higher than that, ideally. Pandaria and Cataclysm. Oh, okay. See, I don't think I've got a lot in those expansion categories. Those are the ones that probably the Cataclysm ones with the Dream Cloth. Oh, okay. That's interesting. And what's over here? Is this... I'm just thinking of mobs I can kill around before I go anywhere else. But I don't think any of these are going to be high enough level for me. I want an easy thing to do, really. I might have to get another flight to... There's down here, I've got an Ashen Vale one down here. Maybe there's some mobs around here I can do. Let's have a quick look. A quick flight should be fine. Stone Talon Peak is not quite the right level. So, got 6 silver, that's expensive. We'll try that. I just want a few mobs, really. Good evening, Adrenocide. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. Good evening, Jigsaw as well. And Martus, I think I can't pronounce the rest of your name, but if you don't mind me calling you Martus, good evening to you. Been looking at my YouTube video about TSM, really enjoyed it. Oh, well, thank you very much. If you do have any questions, feel free to ask them. And Nedums, good evening to you. Just want to thank you for my great guides. Oh, you're very, very kind of you to say so. Thank you very much. I'm glad they're useful. We're just doing a little bit of classic at the moment, doing a little bit of levelling. I'd like to... The order of play here is I'm so close to getting 32 that I'm just going off to see if I can kill a few mobs before my next zone to look at is Hillsbrad Foothills. But I won't do that just yet. I need to get to the auction house first, do a little bit of auction house stuff where I'm currently at. We've got 18 gold on us at the moment. And then we'll do a little bit of auction house stuff and then probably jump over to retail and maybe we'll look at starting a new character. I'd really like to maybe start a rogue for the lockpicking, maybe get some heirlooms set up, and I'm thinking profession-wise, blacksmithing and jewel crafting would be a good couple of ones to get at this stage. So that's kind of like my future projection. A couple more professions, and then we can see where we land after that. Not sure whether to level to 120 first, though, because I think something like blacksmithing with Notorious gear will need 120 to be able to get hold of that. But leveling should be quite easy in retail compared to what I've been doing here. See, this is the right kind of level range for me now. 27-ish. Some of the mobs around here, the satyrs around here, were quite good for me to kill. If I can just get myself a few zones. There's Warsong Lumber Camp. Where are we? They were just around here somewhere. If I can find some mobs, a small camp of them perhaps. Let's have a quick look. It's maybe too high a level for me. I've not really explored here yet. But I want to see what's around here. Inner Shara. What have we got? Okay, Highborn. That's definitely level questionable, as in too much. Okay, this might be too high a zone for me, I think. That's where you are at the moment. Oh, fantastic. What level mobs are around here? Am I too low at 31? I've got a feeling I might be. Level 55 plus. Okay. Let's not go here. Let's move just slightly out to the side. Turtles in 1,000 Needles, good to grind. Drop turtle meat and the junk item that sells for 10 silver. That's pretty nice. And howdy, by the way. Thanks for stopping by and thanks for the advice. I think I'm going to have to head back into here for some level 30-ish mobs. Will be better. See if I can find a few around the other side of the border. There's a bit of a long way down. Normally I wouldn't be bothering with this and I'd carry on with the guide, but I wanted to get it in the order of doing this and then getting myself to 32 and then going back to my capital city, because then I can look at some spells to get. Because I was watching one of Hydra Mist's videos, and he was suggesting that you always go back to your main city on even levels, not odd levels. Zygor's still here. We've moved over to Hillsbrad at the moment, but I just want to get a few more levels, because we're going from one section of the guide to another, and I kind of went out of sync with some of these quests at the end, and so I don't have the turn-ins for some of them. So I'm just going to go through and grind some mobs out just for this last little bit. What's my strat for Classic Gold? At the moment, we're just going to get some levels, and then I'm going to get to level 35, and then I'm going to maximise my professions of tailoring and enchanting, mainly in tailoring at this stage. And good evening to you as well, Grumpy Bears. Hope you're doing well. Alright, we've got some good mobs here that we can just do a few. I don't think it'll take us too long. We've got a bar and a half to do. So I think we can run through these fairly quickly. A few spiders around. Ooh, seem to have stopped my wand. There we go, that's better. On even levels you learn new spells, but you should check the classic database, because some spells are not really useful for levelling. Might save you some time you did the same. Yes, definitely. Although I did discover that classic database has been rather illegally stealing all of the stuff from Wowhead, so I wouldn't recommend using that one and going straight to Wowhead instead, if that sort of thing bothers you. I didn't realise it until I heard Wowhead talk about it. Yeah, there's no Oreo here at the moment. We've just got Cookie at the moment. Alright, we're doing okay at the moment. We'll go, a bit out of range there. Let's go this way. Okay, we'll go this way. Is there any point in owning several alchemy markets? Hold on, let me just read the rest whilst I'm doing that. Like I say, keep upping the amount of potions you make, even though everything doesn't sell. I'm never liquid in gold, but have more and more potions on the auction house. And dominate one or several potions for several different price points. That sounds reasonable, so long as you're making sales. The main worry there is if you're just making more and more stock but it's not selling, then I would question whether that market is viable and whether it's worth pushing it up or not. Actually, might have a question about setting, if you don't mind. Okay, one moment. I'll just come through and do this, and then I'll read your text in a moment. There we go. Use settings for my video auctioning for TSM Classic, and it works smoothly because prices adjusted quite well. But the problem came up, especially with cheaper items. You started obtaining a message your normal price is lower than your minimum price, despite that if you sell them manually, you can make 30 silver each one. So it could be a question of something like that. You're your minimum price is, if you go into your, actually if we go into an item and look at the tooltip for it, say like the mage weave, what's got an auctioning operation assigned to it. I'm not sure if I got anything here. These are all purchased ones, but let's say for example, let's say we look at one of my items, say the silk bags. Oh, I think this one's probably not a good example because I think this is manual. But the main problem being is, right, what have we got? I'm trying to think of one I've got that's just standard. Okay, let's use the woolen bag as an example. Crafting vendor DB market. So the difference is if at the moment you're using something like, say you're using something like crafting as your minimum price, but you're using something like DB market as your normal price down here. So if you're using different variables for different brackets, there's a good chance that one will be lower than the other. So one way to get around that is to use the same ones for each, both your minimum, your maximum and your normal, and change the percentages instead. Like in this case, I've got, I'm making use of vendor sale, crafting and DB market, and it's all just a percentage difference of each of these. So I always know that so long as I put the percentages different, like this is 200% and this is 110%, so long as that the normal is higher than the minimum and then the maximum is higher than the normal, then I know that my min, max and normal will all be in the correct order. But it's when you start using different ones that it starts becoming, there's a chance that something like crafting is, if you just use crafting, is higher than DB market. I hope that makes sense. Oh, Playroom, thank you very much for the raid. How are you? How was your stream? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for yourself. Just discovered my book reading video on YouTube. Thank you for taking the time to do that. No problem. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I wasn't sure how that would be received, because it's kind of like a bit of a niche one, that one, but I'm glad you enjoyed it. Full credit goes to Christy Golden for writing such a lovely novella, but I do appreciate you taking the time to listen to it. How am I doing? And hello, chat. Doing very well, thank you very much. How about yourself? Ooh, that looks a bit tough. Emerald Balguard, Dragonkin Elite. Where am I? Just up here. Okay. Oh, this looks like a dangerous place. That was me looking for some nice easy mobs to kill. This is not the place for it. She is certainly. And I love her tales of the kittens on her Twitter feed. Now, what have we got over here? So I was looking for something nice and easy, and I ended up going up, finding some elites, which was not what I was after. I just need a few mobs to kill. This is actually taking much longer than I intended it to take. This was supposed to be a few quick levels. A few quick levels. A few quick mobs to kill for a level. Okay, what have we got here? Oh, that's the Warsong Outrider. Don't want to do you. What else have we got? Night Song Woods. Okay, so okay, we're near the satyrs over here. Those are good to kill. I already did a whole load of these before, and they're pretty decent. So we'll do those. They're quite quick respawning, just at this wooden palisade here. We'll go here. We'll get ourselves up to level 32. Then we'll head on back to a city of some kind. Probably Stormwind, I think. That should work. Just levels. Yeah, just 1 or 2 levels. Quick and easy in Classic, of course. Alright, here we are. Okay, these are the ones to go for. Now, they are tricky because some of these are... yeah, actually quite a few people here. That could make it difficult. Okay. Okay, you're over there. And there's a stealth one. Let's start with one of these. Hopefully there's enough for everyone whilst we're here. I'm not doing any quests here, so this is literally just trying to get that last bubble of XP. Get ourselves there. I don't know how many it'll take us to get that. I'll just keep an eye on it. We're not quite at the last bubble. Okay, that was a small notch. So we're probably looking at maybe 10 or so mobs. Now they're all green to me, so that shouldn't take too long. Famous last words, obviously. Well, as we're a priest and we've got our wand, we should be alright for the moment. Do that one. Okay, what have we got around here? There's some up here we could do. You're over there. So I'll go over here to avoid getting in the way of other people. Does seem to be quite a few people around here. A lot of warlocks around here, strangely. Yeah, this could make my grinding out mobs quite difficult if there's lots of these around. Lots of players around. And grouping up is going to obviously hamper my XP levels. So let's just see if we can do this. Well, I haven't actually moved much in the bar, so maybe it was going to be a few more mobs than 10. Oh no, that was quite a good one. Okay, let's just keep the momentum going. Work our way round, hopefully. Let's run through these. We have a fan here, FX, thank you very much. Do the needful, thank you very much for using your Prime. Very much appreciated. Thank you very much indeed. Welcome on board. Let's see, a whole load of... that's you, is it, a genocide? Fantastic, well thank you for your company. Let's see, a bit of everything in there for you, do the needful. Thank you very much. Right, we're going to go for the... avoid the minion for the moment. I'll just go for the main one. The minions, I actually noticed, do give XP, which is quite good. So I'll give you a... not a Mind Blast, I'll give you a dot. There we go. Oh, it looks like we might have an Oreo coming back, but he's a bit freaked out because Cookie's on the seat above him, so I think he's a bit worried about coming over. We'll see how he gets on. Let's do the minion. There we go. We got an Oreo coming down. You can just see his tail over the camera because the camera's a little bit higher at the moment. That's quite cool. He's come down to sit next to us, so I'll position the camera in a moment. But we'll just carry on with some mobs for the moment. Oh, you resisted that one. It's always difficult when they resist the biggest casting spell. I just let that. I need a little bit of mana to go through here. Oh, got an extra add on ourselves now. So let's dot you. Dot you. Do both of you. Give myself a little bit of room. And wait for you to come back. Let's give myself a free heal. Okay, you a dot and you a dot. I run out of mana on this, so we'll just go through here. Let that run through. Probably could do with a renew. I'll make use of that. And I'll dot that one. I'll wand that one rather. Thank you for the help. That was very much appreciated. Got me out of a sticky situation. There was a mob over here. Did I loot it? No, we didn't. There we go. Okay, we are a little half a bubble. Should be alright here. Seems very strange having very powerful bodyguards as you're running around here. It looks like there's not many around now though, unfortunately. Oh, there was one. I'm sure I saw one. You were stealthed. Now I've got the weak heart curse. Doesn't help having that. Surprised I haven't aggroed this being so close. Let's get that going, and Mind Blast. I'll do that. There we go. Nice to see fellow players joining in. Really nice. This is what I do like about the lack of layering and things, is you do end up seeing similar faces. Okay, let's do this one. You're probably going to be done. You've been tagged. I'll take this one instead. Taking a little bit longer here. I see people calling out for BFD, Black Fathom Depths. That was one thing that I did consider doing as a dungeon at this level, because I could get the Gravestone Scepter. That was something to think about. Still have 2 layers on our server. Had to ask a guildie to layer you to say hi. Oh really? Interesting. It would be nice when they do get rid of them finally. Let's take that one, because that's an easy one. The non-casters are so much easier to do. We're getting there. We're getting closer. Thank you for the extra help. Oh, there's my curse kicking in again. Right, okay, what have we got next? Any others? Normally there's one spawning on the hill. Oh, there we go. Just came in with your imp minion. I'll get rid of the caster first, and then I'll come back to the minion. Even though they do quite a lot of damage. A few strikes of the wand should get rid of you, with a dot as well. There we are. Okay, half a bubble left. Probably about another sort of 5 or 6 mobs, I'd say, if I can find them. Looks to be fairly bleak around here. Where are all the mobs? There's too many players and not enough respawns, by the looks of things. So what would have been a simple, let's just kill a few things, might turn out to be not so simple. I think I'm going to have a look outside, see what we can do there. See if we can move on a little bit further. We could go a little bit further south. There's some more. Oh, there's more to the north, but I think there's some to the south as well. Let's have a quick look. Just some regular mobs running around would be also useful, like this spider. There's a horde peon. I want to avoid that area if I can. Don't really want to get myself into some PvP here. There we go, 167 XP, we're almost there. Let's go round, so there's the lumber camp, we'll go around the edge here. Are these peons actually PvP? They're not actually. So we should be safe to, apologies peons, but I'm looking for some XP more than anything else. So I'll just take a little bit extra here. All horde players, please look away. I do apologise. I'm just going for a bit of XP. Oh, he's run off. He's literally run off. Attempts to get help. That's going to be terrible. What kind of help have we got? Old deforester. Interesting, okay. Now I need to just change the order of things here a little bit. Do that and a quick mind blast to get on top of these things. And then I can go back to the peon. Bit of a help there, and then a dot should get that working. Just went running off, it seemed. It was a bit crazy. Okay, so got that, got that. Got a nice war axe. This is a nice level mob to grind though, and no one else seems to be doing it at the moment, so this will get me my level. Apologies, Veldora. We're almost there. Then we won't have to do any more. Scout. Yeah, let's do a scout. Of course, you're ranged, aren't you? That's going to make things difficult. I shall also use my ranged. $150. I'm sure we should have dinged then. That one should have dinged me. Okay, last one. This has got to be it. No, not quite. How much XP do we need? 50,785. So we actually need 25 more XP now. So anything should do it now this time. Any one thing. This one will do it. Now this will definitely do it this time. Yay, there we go. Finally. Right, am I close enough to loot that without aggroing? Right, we are. Okay, good. We're done. We want holy, and now, I was going to go full on holy specialization and increase your crit chance. I was going to go full on 5 of 5 of those, but I'm thinking some improved renew and some healing focus might actually be quite nice if I ever do any dungeons and things like that. But in terms of leveling, this would be better. So let's go with this for now, and we'll work on what we might want to do at a later date on that, talent-wise. But I think we're good for the moment. Right, so now we need to find a flight path, which will be off to the right, I think. Will be the closest one. Then we can get ourselves back on track. How are we doing for space? We're okay for space. We can sell all our stuff back at the inn. Oh, it looks like Oreo's disappeared again. So no point changing the camera just yet. I'll walk around this way. Oh no, hold on. Avoid the guard. It's just around the corner. Shouldn't take too long. About a minute. Cross the bridge to Ashara. So where do we want me to go on this? And where is Hillsbrad Foothills for that matter? Oh, Happiest, thank you very much for gifting another sub. That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you very much for your generosity. Adriana said, welcome aboard. I hope you're doing well. Oops, hold on. A bit of everything in the chat for you. Thank you, Happiest. Very kind of you. Right, this map's gone all over the place. It's got lots of different waypoints all kicked in everywhere. But at 32, we should be in a good position. So we'll look out for your fellow Mirage Raceway Hordies. Oh, absolutely. Right, flight path. So, now where do I want to fly to? Let's think about this. I want to go... Where is Hillsbrad Foothills is the first question. Is it Eastern Kingdoms or is it Kalimdor? So you're saying over here to wetlands, so I'm thinking Eastern Kingdoms. I remember doing Hillsbrad myself, so it must be over here. Hillsbrad Foothills, so we're going from wetlands up to here, and then over to there. So that should be fun. Arathi Highlands, then Hillsbrad. So, with that in mind, let's go over to the other side. Flight Master over here. Show me where I can fly. So let's head here and we'll get a boat. It's on Eastern. Boat to Benethil. Yeah, exactly. Straight in there with the long boy emote. Fantastic. Thank you all for your expert knowledge, as always. We'll enjoy this little flight. Actually, we're going in a different area now. We're going south. That should be interesting. So that's where we were. Right, so not too bad so far. What are those? I didn't remember seeing those. Level 29 demons. That was an area we could have gone. But the thing with Classic is the mob level range is so tight and restricted in terms of like what goes green and grey, and then what becomes impossible to beat at a higher level. So you really do have to focus on what kind of level mobs you're dealing with at any one time. But thankfully, something like Zygor does guide you through the lower levels, like the greens and the yellows, as you're leveling. So it is relatively easy to carry on and not get too overwhelmed. Because the worst thing would be dying all the time. Because that's the worst way to level, really. But we're done with this area for now. I'm going to skip all of these, ignore all of those. But whilst we're here, let's have a look at our professions. So we're currently at 185 of tailoring. My current methodology is to make bolts of mage weave. I've done those already to get me up to the higher level. Oh, we have an Oreo back. How are you, Oreo? You come to join us. You just see his tail is just here, covering the camera. If he's going to sit down, yeah, I'll move the camera down. Hold on. And then I'm going to have to zoom it out because we're right in Oreo full screen. Hold on. There we go. There's Oreo full screen. Let's just zoom him out a little bit. Camera control zoom. There we go. Now we've got a full screen Oreo. There we go. And you should still be able to see Cookie in the background as well. And a bit of Cookie just at the top. Hold on, we can do that a little bit higher. There we go. And then turn that way. And then we've got them both in. So ready for his evening brush. He is. So much so, we always have his brush to hand just here. So we can have a little groom as we go. He's such a pampered cat. Purring away. It's just his little paws that just keep going. Oops, wrong one. Hold on, I meant to click that one. There we go. Bless him. Don't stop. Just kneading away. £10 of happiness, exactly. He's just purring away, just likes his strokes. Can't believe this flight path is taking so long. But we're almost there. I can see the pier off to the distance here, so we should be on the way. Sorry, Aria, I moved my hand away. He's now going to probably need my knee, I imagine. Hey Lizard, how are you? And Stevie B. I can read a book with those flight paths. Yeah, they do take a while, don't they? Right, we're here now though. So we're going to go and catch yourselves a boat. Yeah, as predicted, Oreo just started butting me because I stopped stroking him. Oh, actually, I'll sell whilst I'm here. Let's go here. So, what have we got? Everything from this end, really. Mutton chops. Each of these venom sac. Let's get rid of that. And mail. 19 versus 24. Oh, no, I almost sold the silk cloth. Don't want to do that. And war axe. Disenchant value is 45 silver, but vendor's 44 silver, so we'll go with the vendor. Take all of those. Okay. And now we need to find ourselves a boat. I believe it's the one on the left. The one on the right goes to the world tree, Darnassus, as it is over there in the distance. So we'll go and try and get this one. I can just see it off in the distance, so I think that's... Is that arriving or is that leaving? I think it's arriving. Good timing. That's why you trim the nails regularly. Yeah, we haven't really bothered with ours, but I can understand why. Frank Fazil, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. It's a fine Sunday evening. We're just about to get a boat, and it's just arriving in just in time, which is fantastic. Anyone we can buff as we're going? No, they're both high level. You're not so much though. I'm not sure. Yeah, more powerful one's already active. So whilst we wait, we'll do a spot of fishing. See if we can get a fishing level whilst we're here. Get ourselves some fish at the same time, obviously. The trouble is with this is once the boat starts moving, it's very hard to... Oh, there we go. Fishing skill up to 146. Ahoy the boat, indeed. At least get a few casts in before the boat leaves, which is good use of my time. Oh, there it goes, just as it leaves. I don't think I've got the right... Is this the right staff? No, I don't think it is. What did I have on? Icicle rod. Okay, so let's swap that over. Icicle rod it is. I'll come back to that. And we can enjoy this. So off to Manethil. Now I won't go straight up to... we're going to go to Ironforge and go to the auction house first. So I can go and check for my spells, my priestly spells. I can check in on the auction house. And then I won't carry on with the questing in Hillsbrad just yet. What I'd like to do is probably move on over to retail after that. And we'll have a look at maybe making another character. Maybe just check all our professions. Check in on Awakening, see if we can get a Silas transmute going. That might be quite handy. Is it worth jumping off here? Yes, I think it probably is. Save me the run down the pier. Oh, it's not much of a run really, but a small saving of time nonetheless. Playing retail right now, just earned your mount in classic too. So it's nice to play with both. Yes, definitely. You got the freedom of choice. It would be nice to play both at the same time. That would be really good. Ethos, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Right, okay, so we shall fly to Ironforge, please. Only just nearly 3 silver for the price of that. We're at exactly 20 gold at the moment, so that's very good. We've got a load of cloth here we need to process. Some silk cloth, some wool cloth, and a little bit of linen as well. And I've got quite a lot in my bank as well. I've got a little bit of bolts of mage weave. I've got 45 at the moment, and profession-wise I need about 90, although I do need some silk cloth to carry on with my tailoring. We can have a look at that in a moment. Still loving the beard. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I can't think of myself being without it now. I've had it for 5 or 6 years now. It'd be very strange. It'd feel very strange on my face if I shaved now. I mean, up until then, I was always fairly smooth shaven, like top and bottom. So it's unusual. It's an unusual change for me. Right, there we go. Into Ironforge. I always love this flying through this central bit. It's such a great entrance into Ironforge. Been levelling a new mage in retail, doing the daily Hallows quest and dungeon and visiting candy buckets. Good XP for the time. Oh, is it really? I hadn't thought of the Halloween event for actual for levelling. Right, there's too many people here. Let's turn all the nameplates off. Okay, so order of the day. Let's go to the priest order hall. See if there's any nice spells that we might want to pick up. Hall of Explorers, we need to go more to the left, next one along. We could look at tailoring whilst I'm here, but let's carry straight on. Then we'll have a look at the auction house. It is the Mystic Ward, isn't it? That was the... yes, it is. They do the priest as well as the mages. I seem to remember. Let's have a look. And then maybe if we can turn a few things into a little bit of extra gold whilst we're here, maybe do a vendor scan, maybe have a look at our professions. So we're looking for mage weave at the moment, is our next tailoring point. So we'll have a look, see if there's any good prices on those. Meanwhile, let's have a look. What have we got? Okay, let's just see what we can learn. Okay, so we've got mana burn, feedback, prayer of healing. I would do that if I was going into dungeons at the moment, but at the moment I'm going to save my money. Abolish disease, and one more for every 5 seconds. So I've got cure disease at the moment, so I'll just keep that for now. Renew rank 5 could be useful. Let's buy that. That's 1 gold 10. I like renew. And flash heal as well, actually. That's another good one. That's about the same as a renew, but quickly. And because I've got my inner focus, I can cast any of these quite quickly. So let's go with a flash heal as well. Fade, Mind Soothe, Mind Vision, kind of all utility. The same with Mind Psychic Scream and Mind Control and Shadow Protection. So I'm going to leave those for the moment because that will start using up a lot of my gold. I'm already down to 1784. And the only thing I would consider here, heals party members within 30 yards of 300 for the Prayer of Healing, but I don't think that's going to be as useful to me at this point. So let's leave that. Okay, we've got those spells. Let's remember to train them. So that was both Holy Ones, Flash Heal rank 3 to replace my rank 2, and Renew rank 5 to replace my rank 4. So those are done. About half level daily for about 10 to 15 minutes. That's not too bad really, isn't it? And it's significant progression as well, which is always good to see. Right, best way round. Let's go round the long way. So I'll keep myself buffed, even though I don't really need it at this stage. Let's go have a... Oh, there's a Shadow Priest. 52 Shadow Priest. Wow. There's the tavern. I guess we're going to need to set the hearth to some tavern at some point. Whilst we're here, let's do this one, I think. Just because it gives me a little bit of somewhere to go to. Obviously, once we get to Hillsbrad, we'll want to change it there. But for now, as we're just doing auction house stuff before moving on, we'll just go have a look, see what we can do. Okay, so current gold, 1784. Let's see if we can improve on that. Let's have a look. Looks quite busy, the auction house. Let's go over this one. So, first things first, let's do a TSM scan. Update the database with my latest scan. Oh, just knocked the camera over. Oh, hold on. Okay. Sorry, Oreo. There we are. That's a bit better. Soldier down, exactly. Poor camera. There's the cable that stretches out in front of me. If I don't hook it around the handle of my coffee table, TV unit thing, it gets caught by my foot. As Oreo's got his back to us anyway, it's not too bad. Okay, 83% complete on this. I'll let the scan through, and then immediately, as soon as I've done the scan, I'm going to do a vendor search just to see if there's anything juicy on there. Might be able to pick up something. I'm not bothering with the disenchant much at this point. Mainly looking at vendor searches. Usually it'll be a few copper, nothing much more I don't think. Like Chris Spider's meat is 1 copper. That's another copper on that. If they're in reasonable stack sizes, then that's quite good. So that's 1969. So that's 69 copper for that one. That'll be worth picking up if I can catch it in time. What's that one? 2 silver, 50. So yeah, we're only gaining a copper on most of this. Really, looking at all of these. There's quite a few of them though. A few different things. 6 silver, 70 with a thick spider silk. Tempted to keep that. So 17, 84 and 14. Let's buy all this up. Just going to buy everything. I could use my scroll wheel macro for this. See how that goes. Couturus, thank you very much. 3 months of subscribing. Thank you very much indeed. Now I've got an error here. Oh, I should have picked that up first. That's going to cause me a problem because now I'm going to have to rescan it all. Okay, let's just try that again. I'm going to lose that, I think. Let's give it another go. But thank you, Couturus. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. Really kind of you. Thanks for your continued support. Let's put a bit of everything in the chat for you. Thank you very much indeed. Yeah, so it's the thick spider silk I really want to grab here. Hopefully I won't miss it too much. The problem with using the scroll wheel to buy these things is I do often with Classic get an internal auction error, which kind of messes up everything. So it is worth 10 silver versus 990. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are the ones I wanted. And I have to wait for it to find the selected auction first before it does everything. How are things going? Going very well, thank you very much. We're really enjoying a bit of classic at the moment. We're going to pop over to retail a bit in a moment after we've done a little bit of auction house stuff here. Just buying a few bits of vendor fodder at the moment. So we spent about a gold on all of that lot. Hopefully we can make a few more copper back after collecting up these. Just Wrath of the Lich King grinding mats. Wow, look at all these people. This is amazing to see. Now this is what makes it good. Look at all this hive of activity. Ah, right one too. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. Glad to catch me streaming. I'm doing very well, thank you very much. Oh, poor Oreo, he's having a groom, but at least he's got his back to us. So thankfully he's not showing too much off. So I've got all of this lot that I've just bought, and I'll make sure I can recognise it in my bags. So it's going to be all in this sort of space. I'm not sure I'm going to have enough room for it all. Let's see what we can pick up. Some of the thick spider silk is coming here, so I may want to keep some of that. Maybe let's go and sell it. That way we know. Let's see if we can make a little bit more gold that way. Delirium, thank you very much for subscribing. Thank you very much indeed. Welcome on board. A bit of everything in the chat for you. Thank you very much. Hope you're doing well, Delirium. Now, where was the vendor? There was one up here, I believe. If I go up here and then down again, this is the most inconvenient lack of a door. They really should have just put a door in here. This is the worst shop ever. Alright, let's do a repair. That's 5 silver. So bearing that in mind, we still want to get up to 17 something. So I'm going to sell all of this lot. Could disenchant this for 21 versus 19. But I'm going to go for just selling it all. And we're up to 1792. So I've probably made about 50 silver with all of that. Not a huge amount, but for a very quick turnaround, that's worth doing. Help pay for some of those spells, basically. Alright, let's head on back to the auction house. Hope we can say the same. Very much so. Really enjoying myself at the moment. I've had a lovely weekend with the family. I've been playing a lot of Minecraft with my children recently. We've all gotten back into it after playing it when it first came out. It's really nice to come back to it. So my son started up he started up a server where he's got the planet Earth remapped in Minecraft, and so we've picked an island or a country each, and so I've gone off to Madagascar and he's gone off to Germany and my daughter's gone off to New Zealand. We're going to set up our own sort of countries and domains. It's really good fun. Excuse me. Right, so oh wow, it's been converting your Twitch Prime into a tier 1 sub. Thank you very much. That's the first time I've seen one of those come up, but thank you very much indeed. That's awesome, thank you. So, Mage Weave. I don't actually have a shopping list for Mage Weave here. So, recent searches is here for Mage Weave cloth. I've been trying to buy it under 5 silver if I can, because I know I'm going to need a fair amount of it in the future. So if I could maybe pick some of these lower tier ones. This is obviously going to use up some of my gold. I don't want to use too much here, but I do need to make some more bolts of Mage Weave. Looking at my levelling up at this point. 498, let's take that last lot of 13. We'll take those for now. Then we'll see if we can do something with processing all of this other cloth we've got. If I go to the bank as well, I've got a load of cloth in there I need to deal with. So the two professions I have at the moment is tailoring and enchanting. The enchanting I'm thinking mainly as a way of being able to convert things from tailoring that I can disenchant into something that's going to be of use for my enchanting, and selling the mats that way is my main thought on that point. rather than actually selling the enchants themselves, because that's going to be quite difficult. Zimpal, thank you very much. 7 months of Twitch Prime. Thank you very much indeed. Really kind of you. Thank you for your support. Throw a bit of everything in. Thank you very much indeed. So with all of that, I'm going to make some bolts of Mage Weave. Even though it's gone grey to me now, I'm going to need this later. So I'm going to create all on that. Sorry, Oreo. What I'll do is I'll move Oreo down so we can see this. Let's pop you down there next to me, Oreo. Then we can be side by side, because that's kind of where you are next to me. Because if I reach to my right, then we can see an Oreo just like that. That should work. Not that he cares at the moment, he's busy grooming himself. So we've got quite a lot. What have we got here cloth-wise? We've got a lot of silk cloth, some wool cloth. So what we would do with this is we could possibly make some bags out of the silk, would be my first thought. I'm not sure how well we can sell those. I haven't seen the price of the bags. We'll have a look at that once I've made these. Where's my... Actually, these are still green to me at the moment. I might as well use these to level up. So small silk pack at the moment is a crafting cost of 26 silver, min buyout of 27 silver. Now my min, normal and max at the moment, 28.92 is my min on small silk bags, taking into account a listing fee for a couple of those. So we're not quite in a good position there for selling them, but we'll use them for skill ups, definitely. And we need heavy leather as well. I've got 15 of those in the bank, so we'll make use of those. Let's make some bolts of silk cloth. Let's create those whilst I'm here. We'll have a look here. So this is mainly going to be using up my inventory of cloth, the low level cloth that I've picked up whilst questing, as well as making use of things that I bought cheaply. And we'll try and get some sales this way. All of this Mage Weave is being reserved for levelling up my tailoring at the moment. We're currently at 185, so I'll make the silk packs until those go grey, and then we'll look for what else we can do with tailoring. Get ourselves close to 225, and then we can think about, we're only 4 levels away from being able to get to the max level. So then my next thought is to look at what I can do with like the mooncloth cooldown and things like that. But whilst I'm here making bolts, let's make all the bolts of woolen and bolts of linen. Let's organise this a little bit better. Mage Weave we need to keep. The fish we need to keep for our cooking skill ups. I might need some more bank space though. We are running quite a bit full at the moment. Don't need all these potions actually. I can probably sell one of those. The soul dust I think I'm keeping hold of for the moment. And how much have we got wool cloth wise? Let's move a few of these over. Silk cloth's there. That's there. And then let's do all of that wool cloth. That can join that. What's the difference there? Wool cloth versus... Oh, that's padded lining. That's something different. We can sell that. Look like wool cloth. And then linen we've got over here. We can make 4 of those. For the linen we have. Let's move that over here. Just getting this a little bit more organised. Let's move that there, that over there, swap that over there. Oh my word. That's a whole load of gifted subs. Peep Squeaker. Wow. Pointy Gnome. Wow. Pointy Gnome, welcome back. I haven't seen you in ages. How are you? Thank you very much. That is an amazing entrance if ever I've seen one. Gifting 10 subs. That's absolutely amazing. Thank you, Peep Squeaker, aka Pointy Gnome. Haven't seen you in ages. Very good to see you. That is incredibly, incredibly kind of you. If you did get a sub from Peep Speaker. Say thank you in the chat. Show a load of emotes. I think I pressed those, but they didn't come through. Let me try that again. Lots of emotes. How have you been? Very good to see you. Are you still playing WoW? That is probably goes down as one of the best entrances into a chat that I've seen for a long while. But it's good to have you back. That's amazing. Busy with work, but still playing WoW. Oh, fantastic! I'm glad you're still enjoying WoW. It's are you doing classic or retail, or a bit of both? We're doing a bit of both here at the moment. We are going to go over to retail in a moment, but gotta listen to all those emotes go through, the alerts go through. That's amazing. Between my streaming schedule and the clocks going back, struggling to figure out what time it is. Yes, I know. I have changed my streaming schedule a little bit earlier at the moment, and so the time for me here in the UK is 7:49. So you got me for another hour tonight. Funny enough, didn't take one yourself. Indeed. But that's incredibly generous of you. Thank you. You have a level 60 rogue on classic, but haven't gotten to gearing up yet. Wow, that's pretty good. Level 60. That's quite the achievement. I'm, as we can say, a long way off of that at 31. I would say that was halfway, but I think more like 40, 45 is like halfway, really, isn't it? But that's really good. Are you enjoying it? That's the main thing. Right, let's have a look. I've got a load of extra cloth in the bank. So we do have some silk cloth. So let's get that out. We'll add that in. We've got lots of mage weave, which is waiting for my next level. Let's pop this fish in. We should have room for that, hopefully. Linen we have. We've got some linen, and we've got some bolts of wool as well. So that's quite good. We've got some actual raw wool there as well. So that could do with being converted. Let's just move this and organise it a little bit better. Some cooking stuff. Hot spices will be good for our Murloc fin soup. We can make that for a profit. Some more Murloc fin stuff there. So that's going to be useful. And let's move the meat over here. Let's collect all the meat up. Feathers I want to keep. We've got some more silk cloth here as well. So we can turn that into something. Let's just organise this a little bit better. We haven't got sushi sort, so we're going to have to do this manually. Heavy leather we need for our silk bags, so we'll deal with that. And let's get these bolts of mage weave. We're not using these just yet, so let's pop those away for now. And the fish need to go there. The spider's silk over there. And let's move the meat over there. That's a fishing thing. The lure, well, let's put the night crawlers next to those. And we'll keep those at the moment. There we are. Okay. 52 is halfway, you think. Wow. Okay, that's really a long way away then. You're stoked for 8.3 with mechanomes. I know, the mechanomes look great, don't they? I'm looking forward to it. Am I a healer or shadow? I am going to be mainly healer at the moment, although at 42, I may consider in classic going shadow. And in retail I'm discipline. Still do gnome only eternal panis rays retail. 30 gnomes killing Lady Ashvane on heroic without test was a sight to behold. That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, that's amazing. Right, we've got a nice neat bank at the moment, which is good. So things we can do with all of this. We've got some cloth to process here. So let's just make some more bolts of woolen cloth. Make those into something. And then 3 bolts of silk cloth as well. So we're just organising ourselves at the moment. Let's create all on that. And the silk cloth, that's coming from 12 there. Okay. So we could probably turn this into a little bit of profit. A lot of this is all looted from my levelling that I've been saving, so we'll make use of this whilst we can. So we're going to make silk bags out of these. We'll make, I think we'll make, is it the gloves we can make from the bolts of woolen cloth? Let's have a look. Which one is it? I think it's the double stitched woolen shoulders. No, not those. Heavy woolen gloves. Those ones are green. So we can make those and disenchant those. It cost me, see, the crafting cost is 8 silver. So it actually is less profitable for me to then turn that into greater and lesser magic essence. Looking at that. But that's going on my bolt of woolen cloth price of 2 silver 37. My mat cost of that being, where's my wool cloth here? 1 silver 32. Now, as I have looted a lot of this, that's going basically on the min buyout there. I think I can afford to do that. At least I'm going to convert it into something I can make use of, which is going to be disenchant that into greater magic essence and strange dust, because I know I can sell those better than I could sell something like heavy woolen gloves. I don't think the woolen bags are going to be much of a profit for me. Yeah, they're a minus 3 silver profit on those. So the best way I think of turning this wool into something profitable is to use my enchanting and make something that way out of it. We've got a few other things to process still here. We've got the Murloc fin soup will do. Let's look at that. Now, I believe we can use one of these braziers as a cooking fire. I believe. I may be wrong. Let's have a look. I'm not sure if these can be used or not. Let's try it. So, cooking wise. So, Murloc fin soup at the moment. The Murloc fins we looted. The hot spices are relatively cheap at 40 copper. But the Murloc fin soup itself, vendor sells for 1 silver 25, which is better than trying to vendor the Murloc fin on its own, even when you take into account the extra price of the hot spices. Yep, we can use the brazier as a cooking fire. That's good to know. Anchor, how are you? Been wondering where I've been. Been a while since my last stream. It's been a couple of weeks indeed. Videos so helpful, and the reason you've gotten back into WoW and started Classic. Oh, fantastic. Well, thank you very much. Oh, Rasheen, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. We do have a right one, two, and a pointy gnome in here. You'll be glad to know. So we'll be saying hi on that. Where's the rest of my Murloc fin soup? Oh, it's a stack of 7. I couldn't see the number 7 there. Doing fine. How am I doing? I'm doing very well, thank you very much. I'm enjoying a bit of, we're just doing a little bit of converting of stuff into gold, hopefully here. We were at 17 gold. We bought a few spells, and so we're going to try and get ourselves back up to maybe 20 gold with all of this lot. Let's have a look. So, yeah, we used enough of the hot spices to make that, so we'll vendor those. The linen bags, let's have a look at these. Let's go back to tailoring. So linen bags, I don't think, well, it's a 60 copper profit if we were to look at those at the moment. We could possibly list a couple of those on, but for the convenience of it, we might be better off actually just vendoring those. So we need to go and get some coarse thread. Now, I'm not familiar with Ironforge as to where all the vendors are in terms of all the easy goods and stuff. There's an armory there. I'm looking for someone who can sell me all the standard stuff. That's weapons. I wonder if the tavern, the reagents over here. Let's go have a look. Chavdar, how are you? Don't have time to watch you because you have to go to work. Wish you a good and profitable day. Oh, thank you very much. Well, thank you for taking the time to stop by. Really do appreciate it. Around the middle area of Ironforge are the professional vendors. Yes, there are I was hoping there was going to be someone that could just give me the bits I need, like coarse thread and stuff. You know, there is in Stormwind in the middle, save you having to go to all the different professional vendors. I was hoping there was somewhere similar like that here, but I'm not sure there is. I might have to go and visit them though. It's just saved me the run, really. That would be the main reason. If I have got a lot of running backwards and forwards to do, I might end up going to Stormwind in this case. Oh, here we go. There's a 30 gnomes before heroic. That's brilliant. Look at that. That's a lot of gnomes. That's fantastic. Love that. Peep squeaker. That's absolutely awesome. General goods vendor is on the other side of the bank, southeast of my location. Oh, right, okay, thank you, Jigsaw. Let's have a quick look. Let me just work my way and find them. So, southeast, never eat shredded wheat. That's over this way. So, general goods vendor is on the other side of the bank. So, there's the bank there. There's the armory. Which one is it? A bit further round. Okay. Aha, there we go. General goods. Thank you very much. Let's go over here. Oh, this one. There's the visitor centre. These ones up here. Is it up here? Let's have a look. So we're basically looking for all the coarse threads, the wood and all that. They really don't make it easy. They really should put a door in the bottom end. Right, here we go. General goods. So we need what we got? Heavy shot. Simple wood will be useful. Trade supplies is the other one we want. There we go. Coarse thread. So how much do we need for this? Thank you for that, Jigsaw. Really useful. So we're looking at linen bags. We need the same number as we have here. So we've got 19 of 3. So that actually means 18 really we need there. So we need 18 coarse thread. So let's use TSM for this because it's easier to type in the numbers. And let's type in 18, buy those. So with the coarse thread, actually we can sell the Murloc fin suit whilst we're here. That'll give us a bit of gold back. And then we can make 6 linen bags out of that. I'm tempted to try and put one on the auction house here. But I'm not really confident of, all for the point of 40 copper profit. The extra hassle it is, I might be just more inclined to just vendor these straight away. Give myself the extra silver. Here and there. Rather than worry about that too much. So let's vendor those whilst we're here. Then move that back over there. So next up, rather than do woolen bags, which are not a profit, we're going to do the, where is it? The heavy woolen gloves instead. So we need fine thread for that. We only need a third of the ones we need for that. So 37, 36 we could make out of that. So that would give us 12 fine thread. If we buy those, let's just go through to this way. Buy those. That should make me 12 heavy woolen gloves, which we're going to disenchant this time. So let's make all of these. And we can probably use TSM destroying for this. That should make it a little bit easier. And then we're hoping for greater magic essence, but there's only a 20% chance for greater magic essence. So if we get strange dust, we'll sell that straight back on the auction house because that will help people who are leveling up their enchanting. But other than that, we'll just sell. We'll use, if we get any greater magic essence, then we can make wands out of those, and then we'll turn those into something. That's going to be the plan anyway. Whilst I'm here, Control X. No, that's the wrong one. Let's carry on that. Okay. TSM destroys here. Okay. Heavy woolen gloves. So this is going to come up next. So this is good for getting rid of all my inventory mainly. Making use of both professions. It's not massive amounts of gold, but it does. I'm trying to make the most out of what I do have at this stage. Okay, so we're done with those. So let's just use TSM for this lot. Disenchant these. Hoping for, no, it's strange dust that time. Hoping for greater magic essence. For every one of those, we can make a wand, which will vendor for 15 silver, I think it is. Yeah, it's 15 silver it'll vendor for. Plus, we can sell the strange dust. Oh, we got 2 greater magic essence there. That was good. Now, how many, looking ahead, how many silk bags can we make out of that lot? Quite a few, it would look like, potentially. Small silk packs are, we need more fine thread for that lot. 21, so we can make 7 small silk packs. So we need also 21 fine thread as well. Up to 4 greater magic essence. It's a good start. Let's destroy the rest of these. And 20 strange dust. Okay, that's a good, nice, neat stack as well. And we've got 5 greater magic essence. Excellent. Okay, so fine thread. We need to buy 21 of this lot. Okay, let's use TSM. That'll be easier. Fine thread. 21. I'll buy that. Stick back on the other one. So those are going to go off to the auction house. Let's move those off to the side. Well, that's not actually. That's going to get converted. That's a lesser magic essence. We'll keep that one there. And we'll make 7 small silk packs. Now, I don't know whether putting 7 on the auction house is going to be worth it. 2 silver profit. We'll probably do... Well, let's see how it goes. So our min normal max, 27 silver, is just within my min at the moment, actually, for auctioning. So we should be all right here. That must have changed since I managed to make enough of these. So we'll put all 7 on the auction house, and we'll convert those. Actually, I'll keep those there. So this is going to vendor. We need to vendor those 2. That needs to go back into the bank at some point, as does that. Actually, let's move those over that side. Let's keep that organised. And then that wool can go over there. We can probably put all of these back in the bank, as well as the spider silk. 2 more silks packs to go. Takes a fair while to make these silk packs though. Right, those are done. Let's sell that and sell that. Not sure why, but your destroy refuses to pop up on low-level greens. Interesting. Could it be that you might have hidden some of the green items? Because mine doesn't turn up now at the moment because I've got no greens. But if you check in your TSM settings under destroying, check the list of ignored items. Or the other thing to check is the maximum disenchant quality. By default it should be on rare, but uncommon one should automatically go in there, I would have thought. But just double check everything is on the default for your TSM destroy. That would be the first place I would look. Okay, so wool cloth, we're going to keep all of those. These are all going to go on the auction house. Now I do have an auctioning operation for my silk bags. Let's just check it. Sell silk bag ×2 at 2 hour. Is that all I'm posting on? I'm capped to 4 at the moment. Okay, let's stick with 4. Crafting plus 2 silver, 200% crafting plus 2 silver, and 120% crafting plus 2 silver. So the 2 silver takes into account my deposit fee for that at 2 hours. It's 2 lots of 2 hours. It keeps me on. And as we're kind of in prime time, now would be a good time to pop those on, just in case we manage to get some sales. You did that. What makes sense? So weird. Have nothing in the ignore list and set it to rare. Okay, that is strange. I've got no idea why they wouldn't show up on the TSM destroy. Can you destroy them manually? Can you actually click on them and go disenchant and then actually destroy them? Okay, so auctioning. Let's select silk bags, run a post scan. So we should, that one's below min price at the moment. So let's just have a quick look at silk bags. Okay, no, we need to do that. Shopping. Let's shift right click that and have a look at them. Okay, so 25.95 is too cheap for me here. We're going to jump in here at 27.99. That'll be better. You can launch it manually using /tsm destroy if it doesn't pop up. It could be a bug with a level level character. Yeah, that works. Just tsm destroy. Or in this case, I've just got a macro button that does it. That pops it up. That'll be the other option. But thank you, Jigsaw. Okay, we're going to come in here at 27.99 because that will cover my deposit fees and my crafting cost. So let's post in here. We're going to do for 2 hours, 1 silver deposit. Now, I could post all 7, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do 4 and post at that instead. And if they do sell, then I've got another 3 to come in at another time. So those are going on. I'm also going to pop on the strange dust. How's it looking price-wise? 99 copper. Wow, that is really cheap. You used to get a lot more for it than that. Strange dust. 1 silver 30 last time. Well, what's my average sales? Look at this. Sold minimum was 84 copper. Median is 1 silver 32. Okay, so not so bad then. So it's better than that. So let's go in here. Let's undercut at the minimum. Well, we can go 24 hours because it's free to post anyway. We could maybe have gotten a little bit higher here, but as there are other stacks of 20, we might as well go in at the 20 here for that one. So we'll keep hold of these silk packs in case the others sell. Pop those over there. This lot needs to go to the bank. Let's pop all of that. We'll keep the mage weave on us. So all of this lot needs to go to the bank. Greater magic essence we're going to turn into 1. So let's have a quick look as to what else we have. What's the price of greater magic essence at the moment? Is there anything? There are some below 15 silver, in fact. There's quite a lot below. We could turn all of this into a profit. This greater magic essence. 14 silver, 23, because really anything under 17 silver gives me a vendor profit. So it's going to take me a while, but I can make all of these into greater magic wands and vendor them, because if we look at where's greater magic wand? Greater magic wand over here. So that cost me, well, simple wood. I don't have the tooltip doesn't pop up on here, unfortunately. Let's try the TSM version. Greater magic wand, simple wood. The vendor buy price of that is 38 copper, and the greater magic wand vendor sell price is 35 copper. So long as I can get that greater magic essence for less than 14.95, which is my minimum here. So I guess all of these are only a 20 copper profit, but the one at 13 silver I'll take. I'll buy that one as well. Yeah, it's something like 15.39. So taking that into account, 14.95 was my maximum amount of them, which is why they're only showing here. Anything below that is going to be a profit. So at this point, if I got 10 at 14 silver 23 would give me roughly about 5 silver for doing all 10. So it's not a huge amount really, considering the time that would take me to do that. Yeah, so it's not a huge amount. 6 silver, yeah. Happy to catch me live at the Zenith. Thank you very much for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Let's have a look at Greater Magic Essence. This should be below 4 something. Yeah, 3.99 is another cheap one. So we can buy that. We've got 1 lesser magic essence. So if I got another 2 rather, like that, then that would give me 1 more greater magic essence. I can convert those 2 into greater magic essences. That would work. Let's also check the weapons. See if there's any cheap weapons we can disenchant, because that's also a interesting one. That's going to take me a little while to go through and scan all of that. I wonder if I can do anything whilst I'm waiting. Don't think I can craft really at this stage whilst it's scanning, because I need some simple wood to make those. Actually, let's do that. Let's do them both at the same time. Let's go and get some simple wood. We need a bit of it anyway, and then we'll come back and we'll do that scan at the same time. That way it should work. Ages ago, my YouTube series taught you how to use TSM. Now you're making over 100 gold in profit per day in Classic with no grinding or farming. Wow, fantastic. That's brilliant. I'm glad you're making good use of it, and I'm glad you found it really useful. That's awesome. I love to hear a good success story like that. Right, let's go this way. Simple wood. Where is it? There it is. So I think I'm going to go and just buy a stack of this for now, because this is going to be worth keeping hold of for the moment, because we might get some extra disenchants out of this. And let's go around here, jump back down, and then I go and do that scan on the auction house. Do mostly material flipping with pretty stacks and whatnot. Yeah, have you seen Breakvid's new series that he's been doing Classic? He's been doing a lot of material flipping, and it's going really well for him. It really is a useful moneymaker. Also have several 20 characters for crafting, level 20 characters for crafting. Yeah, even better. If you can cover all professions, that's even better. Oh, did I say retail? I meant Classic. Okay, so that's going on there. We're going to scan for the weapons, and whilst we're scanning for the weapons, I think we can do this at the same time. We're going to make some greater magic wands. There we go. I'll move that up there. So that scan's going on at the same time as we make the greater magic wands. That way we can do both things at the same time. Made me so happy. Seem doing well videos again on the regular. I mean, didn't I deal with retail today? Yes, I've done my relists today. I haven't done anything more than that. I'd quite like to make a character though, although I am fast running out of time. This is taking me a lot longer than I thought it might. Where's my enchanting bar? I can't see it. There we go. Let's just do that so I can see it at the same time. Most of the way having money for your epic mount, and your highest character is level 24. That's brilliant. That's the way to go. Oh yeah, that video link is. I need to update that command. That's one of my older videos now. Well, it's not that old really. Actually, it's worth a watch. The 8.3 auction house. I'm really looking forward to that when 8.3 comes out. It's going to be really nice. A complete revamp. Obviously, the TSM team have got their work cut out. Okay, we're nearly done with our scan here. We've done our wands in the meantime, which is really good. So we're looking here. Truly a goblin at heart. Yeah, definitely. I mean, if that's where the fun lies, then definitely. So anything under 17 silver is a good chance here. So 9 silver is a really good price to buy something to disenchant. Anything under 15 silver is also worth doing. So we're going to buy any of these to disenchant. And there might be some extra ones in here. So anything under 15 silver is a reasonable hit, I think. So long as the averages work out for me. You really need to do the averages on this, because with disenchanting you're never guaranteed. I've got an internal auction error again, unfortunately, which means I probably can't find this one or the opaque wand, so I'll have to leave it at that for that one. I'll miss out on that last one. Let's go and pick those up. Purest, most warm form of PvP. Yeah, you could think of it like that, definitely. It is kind of like PvP. Gold, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. We're just doing a spot of auction house at the moment in Classic. We're just going to go through. Let's go and destroy all of these. We're hoping for some Greater Magic Essence. There we go, got 2 already. That's a good start. Anything? Oh, there's Strange Dust for that one. There's another Greater Magic Essence. For every one of those, we should be able to make a profit. Especially when you get 2 of them. So we've got good numbers so far. Random number Jesus is being kind to us. So far, so good. And the last one I would expect to be Strange Dust after this. And it's Greater Magic Essence. Fantastic. So now we can make some more wands. How many wands can we make? 9. 9 more wands. Let's make those. And then we're going to vendor all of these, because I don't think there's really much point selling them. Although, actually, the min buyout on these has gone up to 27 silver 96. Crafting cost is currently telling me 25 silver. Oh, that's small silk pack. That's the wrong... that's interesting. I'm on Greater Magic 1, but the tooltip is telling me small silk pack. I wonder if that's got something to do with the internal auction error I had earlier. We'll do a reload and we'll check back on that. Oh, there we go. It's gone back to Greater Magic 1 now. So Greater Magic Wand, vendor sell is 15 silver. Min buyout is 16 silver. So not really worth it to make on that point of view. Making a macro for crafting Greater Magic Wands, you make so many of them. Oh right, okay, yeah, I can see how that would be useful. I mean, I'm just going to go through and make them here, and that's. I don't make enough of these in bulk to need to do them with a macro. I don't think, but for now, this kind of works. They've got such a long cast bar on these, though. Making those. Oh, it looks like Oreo's gone. Actually, let's just turn his camera off for the moment. Let's put it back. Whoops, that's the wrong window. Hold on. That's well, no. Do it again. Hold on. There we go. Oreo's camera back over there, and then let's turn that off. There we go. Then we can make the last 4 of these, and we are fast running out of time actually. So I better finish up here and then jump onto retail because we want to make a character. We want to start up some other professions. But if I can make a bit more, where are we at? 13 gold, 12 silver. So hopefully we can make a little bit more than that after vendoring all of these Greater Magic Essences. We've obviously got the silk satchels on the auction house now as well. So it would be nice if those sell. And whilst I'm here, I need to remember to put the things back in the bank. Oh, I don't have a level 1 actually. That'd be useful, but I am level 31. Yeah, that's a good call though. That's a good one to have. Right. Oh, we also need to remember the Hillman's thing, don't we? Right. Okay. Let's put away all these odd bits and pieces. Oh, the bank's full, unfortunately. Okay. Let's keep those and pop those away instead. I think that should be better. Right, let's go vendor. I really could probably do with buying some more bag space in the bank. I could use one of my silk packs for that actually. Let's do that. It's going to cost me another. I think it's going to cost me another gold to do that. But as we're running low, let's do that. Good jump for your starting gold with Hillman's, Barbaric and Nightscape Shuffles. Yeah, the Hillman's one I kind of missed out on because I don't have a leather worker. But it would be worth to do. Right, so 1 gold for another bag slot. I think at this stage that's worth it. I'm going to use one of my small silk packs to increase that. To give me an extra 10 slots. I don't think that's quite working, so let's open that again. There we go. And then we can pop those things in to keep our bags clear. And we're going to auction house that. Let's put these other 2 bags in there for now, and if those others sell, then we can make use of those. The soul dust I'm going to keep hold of for now, because I'm not quite sure if I'm going to need that. Or we can make one of these into a greater. Hold on. And then we've got 1 more small wood. And then we can make 1 more Greater Magic Wand, and we'll get that one too. Yes, it's Bagnon for Classic. I use Addy bags for retail, but Bagnon seems to be quite concise for Classic at this stage. I know there's an Addy Bags for Classic, but I haven't tried it out yet. Okay, so we've got all of those. We can put the wood back. That's done. And then let's go have a look. You've been using Arc Inventory since Wrath of the Lich King. I've never heard of that one. How is it? Does it basically condense everything into one? Right, let's have a look here. So, vendoring all of these, we can actually use TSM to vendor all of these. So if we go to sell and hold shift on the Greater Magic Wand, it should sell them all in one go. Oh, didn't quite do them all, so let's do another lot. There we go. So now we're up to 14 gold, 43. So not a huge increase in gold, but a lot of our stuff is into stuff we've got on the auction house as well. So we've got those silk bags really. If possible, could you at some point show us what add-ons I use for Classic? Basically, a few of my add-on tab. So helpful to have so many add-ons. You feel bloated. Oh, no problem. I have. Where's the menu? Add-ons. So it's not many at all. So Bag Brother. I'm not sure where that came from. That might be something that came through with Auctionator. I'm not sure exactly. I don't use Auctionator anymore. Bagnon I use, which has all of this other Void Storage Guild Bank config. Maybe Bag Brother is part of Bagnon. It could be. Tomcat Tours for Classic is for making my map smaller, although I don't actually use that much. I quite like the full screen map. And then Wide Quest Log and Wide Quest Log Levels is really good for, if I bring up my quest log, for giving me the whole list here with all of the levels in the side and the what the quest needs to do, is quite nice for looking at my quests. And then obviously I've got the TSM and the Zygor guides, which is the paid for one. But what's also really useful is Questy, is having that one. That one really works as well. There is an Addy Bags for Classic, is that okay? Arc Inventory accepts you can create lots of virtual bags and auto categorize. It's a TSM of inventory. Oh right, okay, interesting. Oreo's behind me and he's sniffing Ragnaros. That's just down there. He's not sure why Ragnaros is down in the corner. What's my level? It is 31 at the moment. Use Zygor and has been a game changer. Yeah, it's I found it to be very useful in Classic, just to help sort of streamline my own leveling process. Although we went a bit off piste earlier trying to find the last few levels, last few bit of XP for to get to level 32. Oh yeah, we're actually 32 now, aren't we? I forget that. Yeah, level 32 now. I was 31. And we're off to Hillsbrad Foothills next, but we weren't going to do that today. I'd like to actually swap over to... we need to put that strange dust on, and then we'll be done. I'm going to swap over to retail, and we're going to create a new character. Seems like that outdated, almost not worth it. Yes, I wouldn't bother with the retail ones. Oh, Tomcat, how are you? Speaking of add-ons and makers, I hope you're doing well. Shout out to Tomcat, the maker of the lovely Tomcat add-on. What am I doing? Shopping, and let's post on some strange dust. Oh, 74 copper, that's really cheap. Someone's posted some on there. They've gone right below me here. I'm going to stick with my 98. So we're going to post in here. We can only do 3 though, so let's post those on. You're playing Benny Hill in Classic. Do you have the music just going on in the background? On speed. That's brilliant. There's a bunch of people chasing the line. Yeah, I remember it. Also made an amazing add-on for the candy buckets in retail. Oh, did you? Did Tomcat do that? Fantastic. That's awesome. And also streams as well. Don't forget that. So shout out to... oh, no, I'm on caps. Hold on. Tom Cat. Do go check out Tomcat on Twitch as well. Not only makes great add-ons, but also streams as well. But I think what have we got? We've got half an hour left, just about. So what I would like to do is create a new character on retail. I'm going to use my boost for this. I've never used it before. So one moment. I think I'm done here. So just give me a moment. I'm going to put my other screen up. I'm going to exit out of here and go back into retail. Be right back. You'll still hear me whilst we go through this. So I'm just going to log out. And then we'll go over to retail. I've never used a level boost before, so I'll just give this a quick look. Make sure I do it correctly. Thank you, Right One Too. Yeah, I've got another idea in the works as well. I've been doing a photorealistic planet Earth for work, but I was thinking it would be so easy to make a photorealistic planet World of Warcraft, like from as seen from space. So I'm going to do one of those when I can. So level boost 110, boost character 110. Choose your character on the right. Oh, I can actually boost someone from here. Okay, I need to make one first then. Okay, I'm going to make a rogue. Hold on. Close that. Close that. And let's create a new character. Okay, let's go back into the regular scene so we can see it here. Yeah, that screen, the BRB one, is one I made. So I used the excellent tools from Marlemin to convert the objects to a 3D package that I used Maya. And I wrote a little script to put all the objects in the right places. And then I did a fluid simulation on the water fountain to make it a bit more photorealistic. It was really good fun, nice little project to work on. I still haven't finished on it though. I need to populate it with a few more bits and pieces and people and stuff. Top Cat Stores, Holiday. Okay, thank you, Mushi. You can put a link to it if you can find it as well. That'd be useful. So we're going to make a new character. We haven't had a rogue before. So let's have a look. Let's create a new character. Now, things to look at. What race should we do? I haven't got any of the... I haven't got any of the heritage things unlocked. Who can be a rogue? Let's have a look. Let's look at Alliance side. Gnome, of course. I have got a gnome. I've got a gnome warlock, Hellfire. I've got a dwarf. I haven't got a Draenei. I'm not so keen on the Draenei, if I'm honest. I could do human. I do like a human. What would be a kind of like a roguey thing? A gnome would seem to be quite a good roguey type of character. If we go a male rogue, they do look quite cool. Being small and being able to sort of like jump into various small spaces and shadows. I do quite like the idea of that. Now, we need to customize a gnome. So let's have a look. Randomize. Ooh, there's a lot of hairstyles and stuff here. Okay. Wow, I didn't realise there's quite so much choice. Well, I think we ought to go a little bit of Samadan looky-likey here. So, skin colour. Let's go... I guess I am fairly on the darker side, especially in the summer. Face-wise, well, let's take all the hair out at the moment. Let's go bold for now. God, there's so much hair colour. And facial hair, we're going to have a good choice with that. But we want something friendly, first and foremost. We need a nice friendly... even though we're a rogue, we want to be a friendly rogue. So that's quite smiley. That's got quite a few wrinkles on it, which suits me. I am fairly wrinkly. That's smoother and younger looking. So I think the more wrinkly one would be good here, definitely. So in terms of hair, now I don't have much up top. I don't think we're going to have a top knot version, are we? Not quite that bold yet. I don't have the comb over. These are a bit wacky, these ones. I can't find one that would... that's quite nice. I quite like that one. I'm not going to go for the full-on hair and stuff like that. Okay, thank you, Mushy. Oh, that one could be quite nice. Also easy to find on Twitch, yeah. Twitch client is really good for that. Yeah, I don't like that one. These up ones. I think that's too much hair. That's too scruffy. I think we're going to go with this one. This one's a nice one. Hair colour wise, we'll definitely go for a darker reddy brown. I think. Yeah. Let's go with that. And now the big one, facial hair. How much facial hair can we have? We obviously need a fair amount of beardage. Well, there we go. That's certainly a decent amount of beardage. We're not that... Yeah, we're going to have to go full beard for this. Definitely. Right, okay. I'm happy with that. Now a name. A particularly roguish name for a gnome. Now, I know it's kind of common to do like Stabby McStabby face or something like that. But we want to think of something... I'm open to suggestions. If anyone has any suggestions for a good gnome rogue name. Sticky Picky, Fruit Ninja. Sneaky Samadan, nice one, Winchester. Yeah, we could do a variant on Samadan. Could do something... What could we do? I do like Sticky Picky, because he is going to be a Samastab. That's a good one. Sneaky Sam Stab. Yeah, I think Stabadan. Oh, that's good. I think we're close here to Sam Stabadan. Oh, there's loads. Stabadan. So Stabadan or Samastab, I think, are pretty good ones there. I think Stabadan. Stabadan is quite good. I quite like that. Stam Sticky Picky. Stabby Sam. Oh, there's so many good ones to choose with. I think Stabadan. Stabadan's a good one. After Beer Stars, that's a good one. Stabadan. Is it taken? Stabadan. Well, would you look at that? Stabadan is available. Fantastic. So your rogue is rogue beer. That's brilliant. So I try and name mine something a little bit sort of like I don't know if I've really got a sort of naming convention at all with mine. But let's pop you here, Stabadan. And so we're going to use our level boost here. To boost to 110. Never used one of these before. So we'll choose Stabadan. There we go. Now, what's good for rogues? Specialisation wise. Your rogue is sneakers. Very nice. Thank you very much. Nice one there, Actus. I've never really played a rogue much. Alt beer. That's good. I like that. What's good for a rogue? They're all obviously damage. So, Assassination, Deadly Master of Poisons to active victims, Vicious Steakhouse. I'm obviously going to want to level with this character. So I want to go from level 110 to 120. Outlaw, so we've got preferred weapons, daggers, preferred weapons, axes, maces, swords, fist weapons, subtlety, darkstalker, these in the shadows, ambush, preferred weapons, daggers. Okay, well those aren't available anyway, so we're going to have to go assassination anyway. You play outlaws, suppose the easiest is a good one. This is the only one actually available to us anyway at this point, so we'll do that, and we'll level up. Yep, there we go. Now he looks very different. Look at that, with a full-on helmet and everything. Okay, so Stabadan it is. You like Outlaw as well? Okay, we'll have a look at that once we get into it. We have Hekili to help us with that. So first time in, let's have a look. We won't go too far into this, leveling and things, but we're just getting started. I think it's a nice way to just finish off, and then I'll do a bit of leveling and stuff in... okay, we've got a load of stuff to set up here. Okay. Call for allies. Okay, let's get rid of that. We don't need that. A DPS meter, I guess, could be useful. Where's unlock? Unlock window. Let's move that over here. Because it's been so long since I've done any new characters. I need to set everything up. Put that over there. Now we've got all our voodoo stuff, which we don't really need, so I'm going to just pop this way off down the bottom here. Don't need any of this. Damage meters will pop down this side. And the debuff watch, I think I hold control, or is it alt down? That moves that. I don't need that either. Just going to move all those off to the side. What's all this? Okay, on that, combat training. So Hekili's going to help me out here with abilities and stuff to use. Voodoo's definitely nice as a healer. Yeah, it certainly is. So let's have a look. I'm ready to begin. So, what do we need to do? Oh, no, hold on. Let's move this over for our groups. Over here, over this side. Apply poison to your weapons. There we go. Hekili was suggesting that anyway. Sneaking around. So we need to stealth up. So, what have we got? Spellbook and abilities. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, stealth is there. Can we pop that? I'd rather pop that down there. Let's go into my abilities, because Q would be my preferred option here. I don't really have a keybind for this, so I'm going to pop this down into Q for now. I think that'll be better for this point, because that'll be my opener. Or E. E would also be a good one, but you tend to use E for everything else. Okay. So, garrote. I would call that garrote if I was to pronounce it the English way. What are we garrotting? Who are we garrotting? On the target. Okay. Okay, hold on. Generates combo. Hold on. Let's exit out of that. Let's stealth again. You're in combat. Okay. There we go. There we are. I think actually that should be different. Mutilate. Just spam it with Hekili. That's all it says to do. Okay. Now we're coming in. 1. So 2. I'll listen to Hikili rather than this. Okay. Oh, now we go. 4, 2, 2, 4. Okay, we're getting a few more spam things now. I'm learning fast because I've got Hikili helping me out here. Two, 2, 4, 2, 2, 1, 2. So that hasn't come through yet, so do that instead. We're done. Excellent. So there's already 4 buttons there we're mashing at the moment. Then Hikili's telling us. 5, okay. That's fine. For the height of your bun. That's a good one actually. I should measure my actual whole hair because it's really quite long. I ran away. That was quite good. I didn't mean to mash that though. I have to be careful of that one. Every time I look at the keyboard, I forget that. It pops up at the back, doesn't it? Okay, with 2 foes, what do we do? Okay, we'll attack 1. I guess we can't really do a lot in terms of like stunning of others and things, so we'll just focus on 1. And we can spam this fairly easily. Okay. I defend against the assault. Okay. Well, I'm going to stealth, so I don't get aggro, which would be my main thing to do. Where's Oreo Cookie? Oh, there is Oreo actually. Oreo's come back, I didn't spot him. Hold on. There he is. Oreo's with us. So, my usual modus operandi is to button mash as much as possible and use Hikili to help out. These Wyvern Riders are quite tough. I think I better do the grunts instead. I've got too much aggro on that one. Let's just vanish away. They're not going to see me. That's better. I can come around this way. That's that vanish is going to be handy using that. Well, I can't use my vanish though. I'll join in with these two because they can help do some damage. I'm actually going to risk of dying here. Unless someone's going to give me a heal. Just move out the way a little bit. Oh, just about got rid of that one. Okay, let's try this a little bit more carefully. Anyone going to heal me? Let's do this one. 72%. Okay, we can do that. Do that one. This should be okay. There we go. Shada, thank you very much for the follow. Shan Nerd, sorry. I got that wrong. Hope you're doing well. Thanks ever so much for stopping by. Oh, the, oh, hold on. Got enough there, but this vanish has got a 2-minute cooldown. It's going to be a tricky one, that one. That's definitely a lot more damage. Okay. There we go. Sure nerd. Sure nerd. Nice. Are we done? Take the griffin at the back. Where's the griffin at the top? I assume the griffin would be at the top. There we are. Okay, now we'll go on to the Assault of Lordaeron. Okay, we're not going to do all of this. We can avoid all of this. We've done this already. Although I do like this. I'm not going to do that now, though. We're going to leave the queue on this one. But that would be fun if we did do that. But I think that's probably a good point to sort of finish it up here at this point. Are we just going around in circles now? I guess I might have to accept that one. They're removed from the queue. Okay. Oh no, we are moving. I assume we're going somewhere. Or are we just going to actually just keep going round and round? And join the fleet. I might have to actually just... oh, there we go. We're gone. Okay. So I'll probably actually finish it up there. I think that's probably enough for now. We'll get into this in a bit more detail. We're going to level up our rogue up to 120, get some more professions going, which is going to be definitely fun. But for now, I think I'll leave it there. Big massive thank you to everyone who's hung out in this chat tonight. Really appreciate it. Thank you all for your support. Let's see... So next week, I may stick with the same sort of time because it works out quite well. We'll see how it goes. I'll chat with my family. I'll put a post in Discord or Twitter nearer the time. Obviously, it's going to be BlizzCon next weekend, so very exciting times. If I can get a little bit extra in to stream, I will. Means you can be here again. Excellent, happiest. Good to have you here. Yeah, I'm thinking... it's going to be interesting with all the BlizzCon stuff that's going on, so maybe we'll have to do a bit of a recap and see how that's going to go with all the exciting announcements and things that's going to come out of that. There's going to be lots and lots to talk about. So if I can fit in an extra stream, I will. I'll keep you posted, definitely. Thank you, Faritzo, and thank you, Alizara. What we'll do is we'll have a look, see if we can pass on stream to someone else anyone else who is currently streaming, and we have the lovely Tomcat is on who popped in, but I think I gave them a host last time. I haven't thrown a host over to Sea Thrift in a while, so I think I'm going to send one over to her this time round. I think so. I'm going to send a host over to her. Oh, happiest. Wow, straight in there with 5 subs as well. Thank you very much. That's absolutely amazing. That's super duper supportive of you. Thank you very much indeed. You are very kind. Let's see a round of emotes for happiest and gifting those subs. What a lovely way to win the stream. Thank you very much. I'm going to let all those notifications go through whilst I just work on let Sea Thrifts go through, and I'll set up the host Sea Thrift. There we go. Okay, so big thank you to everyone for hanging out. Thank you again, happiest, for that, and Pointy Gnome for yours as well. Extremely generous of both of you. Have a great evening, everyone. I hope you have a lovely week in World of Warcraft, whether it's classic or retail, and let's look forward to BlizzCon next week and see what exciting news comes out from there. I'm really looking forward to it. So until next time, happy gold making, and I'll throw a host over to Sea Thrift. Good night and farewell.